The eternal God is your refuge. Deuteronomy chapter 33 verse 27. There is, to my mind, much sweetness in the contrast between the eternal God being the refuge of his people and the lying refuges that most hide their heads in. God's people need an eternal refuge. They have a never-dying soul, and unless they have a never-dying refuge, it is not sufficient for a never-dying soul. Works, these are for a time. The never-dying soul needs something to stand when works and wonders cease. Doctrines, opinions, sentiments, ordinances, the good opinion of men, the applause and flattery of the creature, these are of the earth, earthy. They fail when a man gives up the spirit. But a child of God needs a refuge, not merely that his soul may anchor in it in time, but that when time is ended, when the angel proclaims there shall be time no longer, and his liberated soul escapes its prison house, and is wafted into the presence of the eternal God, it may find in him, at that solemn moment, a refuge. No, all through eternity and the rolling cycle of its never-ending ages, the soul will still need a refuge. For could it even in eternity exist for a moment out of Christ? In a word, were the refuge of the elect anything but eternal, the moment the limited time of their shelter closed, the frowns of God would hurl them into perdition, so that nothing but an eternal God can ever be a refuge for a never-dying soul. It does not say His grace is your refuge. No, because grace will end in glory. Nor does it say His mercy is your refuge, for His mercy will end in blessing and praise. Nor does it say His attributes or His perfections are a refuge. It drops the gifts and leads the soul up to the giver, as though God's own gifts and mercies were not sufficient, but that the immortal soul must have the immortal God, and the never-dying spirit is only safe in the bosom of an eternal Jehovah.